Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to the Amateur Otaku podcast. I'm your host of tonight, Isaac Wolf. Joining me tonight is Stage. How's it going, man?
It's going well. Thank you for having me.
And we also have Jamie. How's it going, Jamie?
I'm good. Happy to be here. I know this was a highly anticipated anime for the year, so I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts.
Yeah, it's honestly one that was. I shall be honest. I haven't even heard of this manga until the anime announcement.
Okay. I'm pretty similar. I watch a Twitch streamer. Shout out to Moonsky on Twitch. He loves the manga, and his desktop background is like art from the manga. So I'm like, okay, at the very least, I feel like this is gonna be a good looking anime if they do things right. But yeah, outside of that, I had no idea anything about it.
Did you have anything knowledge of it previously?
I did not.
Before,
I saw it. I think it was when you're looking at like the list of manga and stuff. Like whenever I'm going to the ones that I typically read, I saw it there, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that artwork looked interesting." And then I happened to see it was this cosplayer I know. She posted, and we haven't even seen the lady yet in the show, but she posted one of the characters, and she was like, "Oh, she was made for me. I can't wait to cosplay her." I forgot her name, like the character in the show and everything. And I was like, "Oh, okay, this looks really interesting." Like she showed like it was like panels from the manga, and I was like, "Okay, I can't wait to see this." And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, "Okay, I'm in from that."
it's interesting. It's kind of funny that you guys talk about it because it has somewhat of a correlation on Fire Force actually. To go into, shall we go into the synopsis?
Yeah.
Because the mangaka, which is Kei Orana, was a fan of Soul Eater and was an assistant of Atsushi Okubo, which is the creator of Fire Force and Soul Eater. And this is what she did afterwards, so to speak. So and he the last time I checked see something as a what's it called? Not apprentice, but something along those lines. And
like a mentee.
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda.
I mean, that's kind of similar to Apprentice. But...
Yeah, and with the art, I would say you can see the influence, and it's very reminiscent of both Soul Eater and, well, Fire Force, if you ask me, at least. And the plot is a young boy named Rudo lives in the slums of a wealthy society among the tribal folks, and one day he gets exiled while being framed for murder and going down to being thrown down to the what you can call the wasteland, so to speak, and have to survive a very, very dystopian land that it's said to say that no one can survive in, although he after a while meets survivors and decides then to want to have revenge on everyone while unlocking some certain powers if we go in the TLDR territory. But Jamie, when you first saw the 2 episodes that is out as of right now, what's your thoughts on it?
I like it. I think it's hard to describe, I guess, my feelings as they've evolved as I've seen more, because I think the initial trailers, I assumed what we were seeing was something that was like maybe later on in the season when the story was more established, of like our main character Rudo being like very passionate and angry and like wanting to get back at somebody. We didn't know who at the time. And then seeing like the first 2 episodes, like, no, that's the I guess, emotional tone for this whole entire show is kind of like Rudo has been mistreated throughout his life, and he had somebody there that was able to help him like cope with these feelings and like learn from it, but um now that that father figure has been taken from him, it's kind of just like, all hell breaks loose and like all bets are off as far as like who's safe and who's not. So I've been like kind of taken aback by the darkness, I guess you could say, but I'm still intrigued by it for sure. Um, it's been a cool one so far, and the art has been incredible. And to the point of what you were saying earlier, Isaac, I definitely was like, I was seeing the Soul Eater like Fire Force DNA, especially when it came to like the eyes of the characters. I'm like, is this made by the same person? I'm like, no, it's not, which was interesting. But seeing that they previously worked on, or the mangaka previously worked on those two anime, or I think just Soul Eater in particular, like that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, what do you think, Didge?
Yeah, I think a lot along the lines of what you were saying. Like, I didn't go into this expecting something too crazy in terms of the story, but from the first two episodes, it introduced a lot of questions. Like, you want to figure out, and obviously without going into spoiler details, why does the father figure's death happen? Like, why did that happen? Um, why did Rudo get framed for? Like, well, we know from a surface level of why Rudo got framed for it, but like, it almost feels like if it was set up so to happen where he was showing back up so he could be framed for it. And it's like, why? Why do these people, why do they live in this pit? Like, why? Because even outside of being in the pit, like, there were people who lived in a very much like the slums area of it. Like, what is the makeup of this world? It's so interesting. And like you said, those were questions that I kind of, on the surface level, you have, because you're like, well, why does this world look this way? Like when you watch the trailer, but to see the makeup of it even more, you're like, well, now how did it really get to this point?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? I'm super interested in the powers that they have. Like, the fight in the second episode was crazy because I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting. If you wouldn't have muted up, I wouldn't have said anything because I was just gonna go through it. But like, how did they develop these powers and stuff like that? So like, it drew me in more than I thought it would. Like, I just assumed it was gonna be an anime that I just really loved the art direction and that the story was gonna take second seat. But I really am intrigued about where we are and where we're headed.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you there, and especially rewatching the second episode today, and thinking about this power system and how it works, at least as far as like the information that we have right now. It seems like, at least for Rudo, he kind of gets his power through
anger, right? It feels like
it's like anger, but it's also, I think it's like the gloves, like because he took care of the gloves, and they talk about how his father figure said, like, if you take care of something for long enough, like it kind of gets a soul.
His name's Recto, by the way. We should probably at least say his name.
Listen, I had the wiki pulled up, and he was not on the first page, so I apologize.
It wasn't at the top of the page that I had either. That's why I just went with it. But at some point, we should at least say his name.
Recto, yes.
Yeah.
But saying that, like, taking care of objects give them like a soul, and that will in turn like make the object want to take care of you as well. I think it's really interesting. So I'm like, to your point, I'm not sure if the powers are derived from like his anger and like everything that he's feeling at the time, or if it's like the gloves or a combination of the two. But then what made that curious for me was the fact that he picked up the chain in episode 2 and was able to start wielding that. So it seems like I guess feel like it's partly attached to him, but he was also wearing the gloves when he picked up the chain too. So like,
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say, like, I guess to your point, the gloves being the thing that's holding the chain essentially could still lend to what you were saying.
Yeah. And then the other thing that makes me curious about that is if you mistreat an item so poorly, and I don't know if it has to be a regular thing or if you just like do it one time and then the item gets a soul and be like, yo, F you.
I feel like it has to be regular. Like you can't. What if you accidentally like kick a can or something? It's not gonna like come to life.
I feel like it got to be something bad. I feel like it got to be something like really bad. Like just like I don't know. Like
Siri would. Oh my god, my iPhone would be.
see, yeah, something like that, like the verbal abuse that we probably give all of our personal AI assistants.
I don't ever
I feel like that could make an evil soul be like, I
don't be yelling at it and like calling it stupid or anything. But if it definitely hits me with the like, oh, please try again, I definitely be more firm. Like, fam, I know you hurt me the first time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been many a time where my Alexa will be going off and I'll be like, all right, Alexa, stop. And she'll just keep going. And I'm like, Alexa, shut up. I'm like, please stop talking. And so I'm like, I wonder if it works in that kind of way too, or like.
We cooked if it is.
Yeah, possibly. Because even I think discarded items, at some point they could wake up and be like, I want to go back. I want to get Jamie.
Not discarded items.
Crazy. I can't let that happen. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pokemon. There is Pokemon that get haunted or are thrown away as they all want the revenge of their former owners. Why can't there be something like this here too?
I didn't even know Pokemon get thrown away like that. That's sad.
That is.
That's crazy. But I guess to that point, kind of similar to how I imagine the Pokemon situation would work, is it possible to change an item's soul once it gains it? So like an evil one could become good because it meets someone that treats it with the proper care, it cleans it up, fixes it, that kind of thing. Or maybe a good one can become evil. Because, maybe Rudo, he could become resentful of the gloves at some point. It's a constant reminder of, what is the father figures? I'm
Recto.
I was going to say Rector, and I'm like, that's not right. It was close.
It might be Reg-to. It's like R-E-G. I just assumed it was Reg.
We'll just call him Reg. We'll call him Reg. But I wonder if he could get upset at the gloves at some point in the series, like, I don't want these. Like, it's just reminding me of my pain. And then the gloves be like, yo, what did I do? And then, it's just a fight.
Now it's Glover, and
yeah,
the evil glove is after him.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that poses a very interesting question in itself based on the second episode. And then we also have Engine that was introduced in the second episode as well. That's a part of the the cleaners. So I'm curious to see, because we've seen some of Engine's power, but yeah, there's still we're only
wielding that umbrella.
Yeah, it reminded me of there's a character in Dandadan that also wields an umbrella like that. It reminded me of that. I can't remember his name. Y'all know I'm not good with the names, but it's a character.
Yeah, that's true.
That character is not in the anime right now.
I was agreeing with you. You
didn't have to agree. I'm
sorry for being a supportive friend.
All right, I accept your apology. Yeah, we're only 2 episodes in, and I think what Dude was saying earlier about having a lot of questions, I do feel like it's like a lot of really good questions that will keep you like locked in to find answers. So yeah, I've been enjoying what I've seen so far.
Nice. And well, here for me, that I don't. Was it on the our South server the specific thread on the server that I just said we need to do an episode about this? That pilot episode was insane. Was it on the Discord I said that?
I think so.
Yeah. But anywho, I personally do stand by it even there, and I think the second episode gives a lot of, how should I put it? as you guys said, opens a lot of more questions that you want to get answered about, and the world feels rather. Is the term fresh and unique fitting here?
Sure.
I would say so. I mean, this is a world of trash, and I don't think I for sure, for one, have never watched anything that's centered around the world of trash.
Oh yeah, not since Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, and that was just one person.
Yeah, this is what the inside of his trash can looks like.
That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I did a double check also, just out of curiosity. I haven't read the manga, although I am considering doing so. It's apparently it's as of right now have 144 chapters, and the first 2 episodes only covered the first three, with the pilot only covering the first chapter. Apparently.
Okay. So you got a ways to go.
Yeah, that's should hopefully lend to a good amount of seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
maybe a movie.
Maybe. I mean, just like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, we want that trend to stop.
See, okay, well, I will say I do like the quality bump. Yeah, actually, I think that's it. I like the quality bump from the movies. Everything else, I'm like, the show is also good. We could do the show.
Yeah, let's just do the show.
I know someone that lives in Japan that saw that, and it's exploding in Japan apparently.
That I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the top movies, the first one when it came out. So
Demon Train.
Mugen Train.
Yeah,
Mugen Train. Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I meant. I'm glad.
I did. Train was in there.
yeah. That's all I had for you.
But yeah, it apparently is breaking even more records than what the previous one did, which is just
good.
Insane.
Oh, cool! I'm excited to see what they got.
Yeah, isn't that movie coming out in 2 months?
October, I thought.
Was it in September? I know it's. I know.
Let me see.
I know that Chainsaw Man is October, maybe.
September 12th.
Okay.
Maybe.
That means no preview. Anime NYC.
No.
Yeah, but I have to ask then. Is it anything specific that you would like hope to see in season 1 being sort of like explored? And in this, if it picks up as it does right now, I know that you aren't as much of a manga reader as I am and all that, yes, but could you see yourself, if it keeps on going like this, start picking this book up? I should ask. Just out of curiosity.
I assume this was a question for me.
Both of you.
Okay. Well, I'll start. I think I definitely could, especially with just how much I've heard about the incredible artwork in the manga itself. Like, I think the anime has done some really like interesting experimental things so far. But usually I feel like compared to the source material, you can't beat it most of the time, I would say. So I would definitely be curious to pick that up and see. But yeah, I'm gonna give it some more time though to get invested, see what the story's about. as far as what I would like to see from the story, it's kind of hard to say 2 episodes in, outside of just adding on what we've seen so far. But something that I feel like we might not explore in the immediate future for this season is, I guess, who determined this tiered system of society with like the people that live on like this more top side, and then we have kind of like the slums, and even that has its own sort of I guess caste system, you could say, and then the people that live in the trash heap down below. So I'm curious kind of who made that separation and why they made it, and if people are able to kind of break those barriers and move from one system to the next, especially when it comes to like the trash heap. It sounds like if you're in the trash, you're in the trash, you're not getting out.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about that.
Yeah, so to your first part, we'll see what happens at the end of the season. I usually that's when I pick up a manga from an anime. If after the season ends, I'm like, well, I really want to read more. Like that's what happened with JJK. Once the season 2 ended, I was like, well, I don't feel like waiting this long to know where we're going. I'm just gonna pick this up, and so we'll see where I get there. As far as like what do I want to see, I definitely am in the same lane as Jamie, where it's like I'm only 2 episodes in. I have a lot of questions, but I don't know if any of those, like I don't know what to expect from that. So it's just, I guess, as long as we're still on the line of answering some of these questions, like as long as questions don't keep piling up without getting any resolution, I'll be happy. It's tough to be like, well, I need to see X, Y, and Z, because I don't know what X, Y, and Z is to even say I need to see them.
More dogs.
That more dogs would be cool.
That all makes sense. I was just curious, since as a first look, a lot of the times people get through the impression, yes, this could be an interesting to continue reading.
Yeah.
Especially since we didn't have that much of knowledge of the book prior to the announcement, and I'm just curious. Let me see here. Where is it? Okay, this is too small of a picture. Give me 1 second.
Okay. While you're pulling that up, I was wondering if you had something in mind that you were maybe wanted to know more about or wanted to see in the series.
The thing I would like to see more of is the world in question, honestly. Because this is something that could... this is something so new and all that. I feel like it's an interesting to follow.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, I just had a thought. I think maybe my theory could be right, Didge. So you see in the second episode, they talk about how they don't like the sphere. I forget what they call them. They like sphere people, the people that come from the sphere.
Yeah.
They don't like them because they're dumping their trash and stuff. And Rudo breaks down how, like, you know, I don't know if it's Rudo, but someone breaks down how they dump the trash. It can create a poisonous environment, and then it could also create monsters. And it's like, where are these monsters coming from in the trash? But if it's a poorly treated, discarded item, maybe it finds other poorly treated, discarded items, or maybe it's just so bad we're just like, we come all together and we're just a hateful being.
You could be right. I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it's just a theory.
Nice. But anywho, this is what was this the character in question that your friend was talking about?
Nope.
Okay, because I checked the behind the scenes cast, and I just saw that one. I just, this screams like something cosplayers would love. So
nope.
It reminds me of the lady from Kill la Kill with the scissors. Well,
that
there's two
was
ladies,
all.
but the main character.
Yeah. No, that's what I was curious about because
No, I'm
let's
gonna
see
go
if
to the wiki, and I can. I'm I'm sure I could find them pretty quickly.
Yeah, the wiki is like it's interesting. It seems like there's a lot of different factions.
Let's see.
I'm curious. Oh, we did see that. Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness, you had to scroll down so far. Regto? I think it's Regto.
at least you didn't accidentally call him rectum. At least.
I don't think there was any danger of that for me personally.
No, not for me either.
Rector was the closest I was thinking to that, I guess.
This is the character Simiyu. I don't know if I pronounced that name right. Simiyu Greer. I'm sharing my screen if either of you would like to pull it up.
Yeah,
That is the character.
Oh wait, she was in the trailer, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Well,
think she was one of the. It was
that
one
was
of the
the scene
characters
from
me
the
and Mike.
yeah.
I think
yeah,
you
I can
and Mike.
see what this is also one that cosplays are gonna love.
Yeah, that was.
Easily.
Matter of fact, it was that exact scene from the trailer that she shared, and that's what made me go watch the trailer because I was like, well, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, I just checked behind the voice actor, so they probably haven't yet cast her yet, which is
I have a chance.
apparently. So
I mean, they don't. I would assume they. Well, granted, then maybe that gives us an idea of how far into the chapter that the season are going to go. Because according to the Wikipedia, she debuts in chapter 7.
Oh no!
Okay, then they just haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, fair, probably.
So, and yes, for the sake of it, you could maybe. How many generation have you played, Didge?
Say that again.
How many generation have you played? Because if you played the third generation, you should recognize this fella.
Oh no, I didn't play. I stopped at Generation 2 and then played Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Fire Red and Leaf Green.
It is in Fire Red and Leaf Green and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So
I don't mean I've seen it. There's a lot of Pokemon in the world.
Somebody there tells some Pokemon right now.
Interesting.
But
that's one of the, what did you say, most popular?
No, it's one of the Gen 3 Ghost Pokemon. That's the one that is angry dolls that want to avenge from their former owner stuff. Which
it's a Labubu.
Honestly, I with all the Pokédex entries, I don't understand how Christian wants to live in that world, but that's a story for another day. But another question, though, because in case you don't have anything else to talk about, this is with how this goes. Could you see yourself do a season review once this season ends? Did it connect that much with you at the?
It's tough to say 2 episodes in, but I mean, if I guess if it keeps up the quality that it's keeping right now, yeah, I would definitely I'm for sure gonna watch episode 3. I forgot that it wasn't going to be out. Well, I think it was it last week they were on their hiatus because of the elections. So I was kind of upset about that. Yeah, that's why there aren't 3 episodes. One of the 3 weeks, essentially. There were elections in Japan, and
there was an election.
Wow, the fact that they stopped airing things because there's an election.
They're better at making sure their people do their civic stuff than we are.
Yeah, that's applaud them for that. Go out and vote, and you get your anime back.
Yeah, let me see. I think it might have been last week. Yeah, it was. They were last. I guess last Sunday on the 20th.
Okay. Nice.
Well, Hopefully that goes well. We need good politicians. So.
That is true.
Agreed. But Jamie, do you have same sentiments as Stage?
Yeah, I would say it's hard to say as of now where I'm gonna be at with this series by the end of it, but based on the way things are going, like I would definitely be down to do a season review. I think I don't know. It'll be interesting to see because this could go in like so many different directions, and even just based off what we've seen in the trailer, it seems like it's gonna get a lot more action packed, a lot more fiery, a lot of different characters involved. So I'm excited to see where this is gonna go.
Nice. And I'm pretty much with you. Like I said, I was just curious on how the feeling was right now.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I've definitely seen a few anime that started really well and then ended super poorly. So, but even then, I feel like those are worth talking about because that's like, I won't say it's rare, but it doesn't happen super often.
Yeah, but
I don't think this one will do that though. But
yeah, but with have anything else to mention before we go?
Not on my end.
The name is hard to say for English speakers.
That's one way. That's I can agree with. I'm just when I talk to my sister about it, and hey, the next episode is coming out. And what the trash anime?
I think I disagree. Gachiakuta is not that difficult. Like we've seen way more difficult names.
I think it's like if you know the breakdown for like Japanese characters and stuff and putting them together, I don't think it's as bad. It definitely does still like I'll go like Gachiakuta
okay
at the beginning. But like I feel like for people that don't know a lot about that stuff, or maybe even they do, but it's still challenging, like I'm curious how that's gonna affect this show. I guess from a like marketing / what's the word? Kind of like how people like word of mouth how that will affect the word of mouth because I feel like that name could like go over somebody's head and just be like, what did you say? Like I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fair.
And but you have nothing else besides the name part, Jamie?
No, I've been enjoying it so far, and the art has definitely been really cool from what I've seen. So it's been living up to that hype as well. So yeah, it's been good. Excited to see more.
Okay. With that said, Jamie, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at Swiper_Prime. I'm actually later today, as we're speaking live, I'm going to be taking on the final boss in Ghost of Tsushima on Legendary mode, which is like the hardest difficulty in the game, as a charity challenge.
Nice.
I am... don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
You got this. So, you got
this.
Yeah. So doing that, and then on the shampoo side of things, getting ready to discuss Expedition 33. Kind of just want to, I have a lot of thoughts about it, a lot of good things, a couple things that I'm like, a couple criticisms, but a lot of good things. So, I always want to try and put out some mostly positive energy out there. So I'm going to do that.
And Didge, what about you?
You could follow me at DidgeD everywhere. That is DIDGEDEE. Later today, I will be starting Wuchang Following Feathers.
Nice.
That is going to be fun. And then on the YouTube side of things, the first episode of my Godfather game playthrough comes out on Monday.
Nice.
Kept us waiting.
My bad.
Yeah. And you can find me at here at the Amateur Otaku Pod. You can find me at the Swedish Emblem on Twitch and YouTube, where I'm currently posting my Astral Chain playthrough, and you can and we have a certain DK Bonanza. Sure, I streamed it, but it will all come up on YouTube after that. And well, we have much more to talk about here in the pod as well. So, with that said, have it awesome, everyone.
Everybody, like and subscribe.